What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. So you know what time it is. We got the market watch. This is gonna be a market watch pretty much purely concentrating on cards that just recently came out in the 25th anniversary tin. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. If you like what we do here, please feel free to like, subscribe. If not, it is all cool. Do videos like this all the time. So please leave a like down below. Try and get a 500 subscribers. So subscribe, leave a comment, help us out. If not, it's all good. Let's get into it. We got Garua. That is the first one that I want to talk about. To be honest, this is actually something that I was like, this is probably going to end up being the chase card. I think I did talk about it a little bit to where this could be the chase card. I did pick up a couple copies of Garua, and I'm actually happy that I did because it is simply completely spiked. They kind of debuted around $5, went down to $3, and now they're shooting up, and it looks like pretty much all you're gonna get all the copies for about $10. You got $9.98 here, but 97 copies, $9.98. It's going around to $10. You're looking at about $10 copies of Garua. It just completely makes sense. This not only is this one of the better reprints in the tins, this is one of the things that are probably going to make it to the next meta. Things could change. Maybe Konami could feel that like, oh, it's too broken to have this around, or maybe they could limit super poly, and that would very much hurt the use of Garua. But at the same time, this is most likely gonna be one of the things that stick around. So this is probably gonna end up. This probably was gonna be a chase card, and the price is starting to reflect that. So if you missed your shot to get Garua and you didn't get Garua when it was at $3 to $5, I'm sorry, it is now at 10. This one kind of it was obvious, but at the same time, people kind of thought they had more time. So that's kind of where that one is. Destructive Daruma Cannon. This is another card that I actually ended up holding on to. That I pulled one in my when I opened my tins, and I think I picked up another copy of this card. This one right here started to shoot. It kind of came out came around the $2 mark, went all the way down to $1, but now it looks like you get them for about like $3, like $3.85, the $4 range. To be honest, this card is really good. I think it's very much slept on as not only as a card that Labyrinth should be using more. I know personally that the people that play Labyrinth at my locals, there are a good amount of people that actually do play this card. There's some at the locals I go to on Saturday, and there's someone that does it over there on the locals I go to on Friday. So, but there are some Labyrinth players that kind of choose to not play this card. I think this card is a very good option for the meta. It pretty much takes care of almost anything, and then it also affects your opponent just for those cards that are really hard to get around. So I think like I said, this one gets a silver approval from me. And right now, getting them right here, if you get them in the $3 range, if you get your set for $9, I would just go ahead and try to pick that up, because I think that's a good price for this card. This one could be going up. Bestial Jewel Swarm. This is one of the this is pretty much one of the only ones that kind of really shot up. Pretty much probably because this was more shorter printed. I know there is a video out by a couple other Yu-Gi tubers like M440, and he put out the ratios of a lot of these cards, and some of these cards are short printed, so that probably is affecting some of these prices. So you got this card right here, you got Jewel Swarm starting at 2, then it kind of shot up, and it looks like you're getting it for this damage one for $6, but the rest are 10, 1070, 1072. A lot of the Bestials are most likely on the on the chopping block. They're probably mostly all of them, all the good ones anyway, are going to be limited to 1. So Jewel Swarm is one of those good ones. So if you're looking to play this for the meta, I guess you go for it, but just know we are probably 2 to 3 weeks away from a ban list, so be a little wary about picking up Bestials. Castier Fenrir. This one right here is starting to trend down. A lot of these cards that I'm going to talk about now are kind of starting to trend down. To be honest, I really like this card, not at this price, but I like that it's starting to trend down. I think even if this card goes to 1, I do feel like it is going to be a useful card, and it's going to be kind of how, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I think the secret rare Pangochops is still around the $5 mark. So I do feel like Castier of Fenrir is kind of going to be similar to where it's going to be the more higher rarity. Also too, there's only 2 other versions of Fenrir, which are Ultra and Ulti. So there is a possibility where whether this card gets hit or not, it's probably not going to be a $2 or $3 card. So if this card kind of hits the $5 to $6 range, I would probably definitely want to start picking this card up. Right now they're going for about $8.45 the dollar. So we're looking at $9 to $10. Yes, I do see this card dropping in the next couple of weeks. Like I said, if it gets to that, you know, $5, $6, even $7 range, I would just go ahead and swoop these up, because this is probably going to be like one of the more sought after versions of it, just because, like, you know, a lot of people are going to want an ulti, but you know, but this is higher than the ultra, and then it's going to be more available. Runic Tip is another card that I'm kind of looking at right now. It has fallen in price, you know, like, you know, since it came out. And to be honest, I'm really happy, because I went and pulled the trigger, and I traded my Runic Core when it was still up to get my triple tactics thrust, and that was like a really, like, I really do, like, I kind of encourage more people to like do that. Like, there's a lot of people that are willing to, like, you know, even though they know something's going to be reprinted before the announcement, a lot of people might work with you, and they'll be willing to trade you for stuff you need for next format if you trade them the stuff, you know, right now. So, you know, there's people that will work for you to kind of do stuff like that. I do kind of encourage you, kind of like use that knowledge of, oh, the Megatins are coming out, let me just go ahead and reprint the stuff I know is going to be in there. So that was kind of the case with Runic. And then at the same time, the balance is so close, I really don't know if I want to go ahead and get these, but I'm looking at them, and they're at $2.94, $3.50. We're looking at like $3 to $4, you know, a copy. If I could find a set for $10, I might just go ahead and pull the trigger. Same thing, if you could find a set for 10, pull the trigger, because it's either going to be this to 1, the Hugin, or they might, you know, mess the fountain, bring it to 1. They can do some type of combination of that, but either way, I do feel like Runic still could be some type of rogue contender in the future. So if you're like a rogue player like me, I think this would be, you know, something cool to like look at. Okay, the Bystial Yubelian, I should have put this one after Druid Swarm. This one I kind of just wanted to pick up, because it was like pretty much the highest. It was the most expensive card in the tin, and now it is just crashing down. Looks like you get it for 10, like 1046, 1049. Looks like Druid Swarm is like a little bit more expensive right here. 1060, yeah, even Druid Swarm is still like a little bit more expensive. This one right here is, like, unlike Druid Swarm, this is not just splashed in almost every single deck. This is more focused on if you're playing like Dragon Link, or maybe if you're playing, you know, some version of, you know, of like branded, I guess, you know, that I've kind of seen that a little bit. So there is there are a couple decks in the meta that use this card, but for the most part, it was just it was like, I wouldn't call it a niche card. It was just a card that you needed in certain decks that only came secret rare. So that's kind of why it had its high price point, and now that it's widely available, it just like crashed down. That's kind of it for that one. Rite of Armistier, this is another card that I really would like to keep an eye on. I understand like the whole engine got reprinted, so that's, you know, something to be like, okay, yeah, you know, it's like a double reprint. But still, this is something I can see to where everything starts to go up, because they might want to leave this untouched, and if this stays untouched, this will be really good going to the next format, especially with all of the Synchro Adventure stuff that's going on. So right here, we're ignoring the damage one, we got Near Mint first set for about $5. So we got like $5 for this card. To be honest, that is like not bad. I would just go ahead and get your set. If you get your set for 12, find someone to hook it up, I would go ahead and get your Rite of Armistier. This is a very nice version. I do have one copy of this, and I did like it. Looks very nice. Therion King Regulus, this is another card that I'm pretty sure they're going to leave alone. They're probably going to want to hit the Rika, but I don't think they're going to hit Therion, because Therion works with like so many other decks that I feel like they're going to want to go with a more concentrated hit with the Rika stuff, because like if you leave too much of the Rika stuff, then they're just going to go off. Maybe Jasmine might be something they might want to get rid of to kind of just like bring that deck together, or maybe even like Sunvine might have to get like, you know, limited to 1. Even though you could search it, it would kind of prevent people from being able to hard draw and all other stuff. So I don't know, I'm not too familiar with that deck, but there are other ways to hit that, and I think Therion King Regulus will be kind of something to keep an eye on. It came out at pretty high at 13, and it's kind of, you know, like really it came down here. You got 520, yeah, pretty much like a $5 card. To be honest, I would, you know, if you need your copy, I would pick it up at 5. If you're looking to invest in it, I would try to see if people are willing to, like, you know, get rid of play sets for like 3, maybe even, you know, $3-4 a pop, because like I really do feel like this, you know, like this one could, like I said, this is all speculation, but this is something I would like to have like an extra play set on top of the one that I would like to use. That's just kind of what I feel about like Regulus. Yeah, you know, this is kind of just a quick overview of other stuff. Like I do like the Bystial Magnum. This is another card that I like too. But like I said, kind of similar to the, you know, all the Bystials are gonna get hit, so I kind of want to stay away from that. Exos is just a very interesting, because a lot of them got rarity upgrades, and a lot of people like to do that. So I'm gonna start looking out, and if people just kind of have a lot of this, I'm just gonna start picking it up, kind of have it on the side, because eventually, if they don't get another holo reprint, these will be worth a lot of money. There's people like big fans of like waifu decks like that. Illusion of Chaos, this is another one that I really kind of like too, because like, you know, like there's a lot of people that not only want to use it for like the engine, but just fans of Dark Magician. so I do want to get a lot of copies of this card. Similar to Blue Eyes Jet Dragon 2, you know, people didn't think it was going to be in here, and it is, so I guess to pick it up before it slowly kind of goes up. The Labyrinth stuff, we'll kind of see that for a different video. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Peace out, and I'll catch you in the next one.